What's the story, lads? Welcome back to GAA Fan TV. I hope everyone's keeping wonderfully well. My name is Aaron. Kilkenny have won yet another Leinster Senior Hurling Championship. I was just about to call it the Kilkenny Senior Hurling Championship. I mean, we might as well call it that at this stage, because Kilkenny are just very dominant in this competition, and certainly in my lifetime anyways, they seem to win this more often than not. But look, listen, this is the match reaction, of course, as always. It was Dublin 19 points, Kilkenny 125 in the end. Kilkenny running out 9-point winners at Croke Park. I was at the game, so it was brilliant to be back at Croke Park. It was the first game I was at actually since Dublin and Mayo in 2019. So it was great to be back, great to hear the crowd, great to see the fans, and just kind of be part of the game a bit more again. It's something we all miss, and it was great to be back. It was a shame in the end that Dublin couldn't get over the line. Obviously coming into the game, you had the Owen O'Donnell injury situation. He was named in the starting 15 but went off after 2 minutes. We very well know, Owen O'Donnell, probably one of the best fullbacks in the country, if not the best fullback. He's done a tremendous job on TJ Reid in the past couple of years. He was obviously brilliant in the Galway game, was vital in that victory. So he goes off after 2 minutes, and then obviously before the game, the whole COVID situation around the Dublin team. You had Oisin O'Rourke, you had Ronan Hayes, and you had Cian O'Callaghan, who all are either have COVID or were close contacts. I'm not too sure what the situation was. They're three vital players. Like Ronan Hayes has been a game changer for Dublin so far this season. I think Cian O'Callaghan's been fantastic for Dublin as well. So to not have them in the team, Dublin were always going to be up against it from the very first whistle. And to be fair, in the first half, I actually thought we stuck with Kilkenny really, really well. I thought some of the new lads who kind of came into the side, even the likes of Jake Malone, until he, obviously went off, of course, with the black heart or with the sin bin, I thought was very impressive. Adrian Dunphy, who came in, done a good job. Liam Rush as well, Paddy Smith as well. So I think we didn't do too bad, to be fair, especially in the first half. Rian McBride was definitely probably one of the standout players for Dublin, in my opinion, in the first half. Won so much ball, covered so much ground, was dropping in to the fullback or to the half-back line at different stages just to provide that extra defensive cover. And I think that's why Kilkenny weren't allowed to pull away in the first half in the same way as they did in the second half. Danny Sutcliffe was tremendous for Dublin in the first half as well. Only hit 2 points, kind of faded a lot in the second half. Just couldn't get him on the ball enough. There was one stage where he got the ball, scooped it over his man, and then slotted a beautiful point from about, I think, 30 to 40 metres. So that was a brilliant bit of play from Danny Sutcliffe. Cian Boland probably didn't have as good an influence as what you'd want. In my opinion, certainly didn't have the same kind of influence that we've seen him have in other games. It was hard for him to get into the game. Cian O'Sullivan obviously struggled quite massively as well to deal with the threats of TJ Reid and whatnot in defence. So that was certainly a tough one from his point of view. As for Kilkenny, they never really got into top gear. They were never at their absolute best in this game, and they didn't need to be. They were efficient, they were ruthless and clinical in front of goal. The likes of TJ Reid obviously racking up a scoreline of 110 in the end. I thought Owen Cody done what was needed as well, to be fair to him. Caused a lot of problems, in particular in the second half. I thought John Donnelly was fantastic for Kilkenny as well, just at dictating the play at different stages. Knocked a point over, I believe, so that was brilliant from his point of view. And Kilkenny have just been very efficient so far this year. The 78% accuracy in the Wexford game, 68% accuracy in this game. And Kilkenny are one of those teams that I kind of made this comparison in the in the matchday vlog that I done for the Dublin and Kilkenny game. I was kind of saying it's a bit like Man United in soccer, or the All Blacks in in rugby. They're always going to be thereabouts. Kilkenny are too big of a hurling stronghold for them to not be up there competing for All Irelands. And you feel that with some of these players, like your own Cody's and Billy Ryan, Adrian Mullen, some of the new lads who come into the side, you do feel like at some point they're going to click and get over the line and win an All Ireland. Whether it's this year, whether it's next year, I'm not too sure. Obviously Limerick will certainly have a lot to say about that, Tipperary as well, to be fair to them. And even with the likes of James Bergen coming off the bench again, adding another addition, James Marr was fantastic as well. Hugh Lawler, to be fair, in defence was absolutely superb for Kilkenny. Just scooped up everything along the way. I think he won man of the match as well, from what I seen. And even the likes of Tommy Walsh and Paddy Deegan, Dublin just weren't allowed to get into the game. And in the second half in particular, obviously Jake Malone gets the sin bin. Obviously it's a penalty. TJ Reid slots it away. I do remember at the end of the first half, I think it was Danny Sutcliffe who was brought down. From what it looked like, it'll be interesting to go back and have a look at that. That looked like a penalty in my opinion anyways, if we're going to follow the new rules. But I will have to go back and see that. I was obviously at the game, so I didn't get a good enough view of it. Didn't see any replays or anything like that, so it'll be interesting to see what the story is there. But yeah, look, listen, in the end I suppose Kilkenny done what they done best. They were efficient, they were ruthless, and they march on to another All-Ireland semi-final, and I suppose for Dublin they go on to the quarter-finals once, not once again because we weren't there last year, but I think beating Galway was a success. But I think for Dublin, they'll certainly need a lot of them players back for a potential quarter-final against either a Clare, Cork or Galway or whoever it is. So we'll have to wait and see. It will certainly be a very interesting one. And like in the second half as well, I felt like from a Dublin point of view, we were a little bit sloppy. Donald Burke dropped one or two chances wide that he normally wouldn't. One or two place ball opportunities I remember going wide. I felt like at different stages as well, we kind of had Chris Crummy a little bit isolated in the square. We were kind of hitting aimless long balls up there, and it wasn't really working. Davy Coe came off the bench, to be fair, hit a brilliant point, offered something a little bit different when he came on. But in the end for Dublin, it's a defeat. We march on, go into an All-Ireland quarter-final. We'll see how it goes. But look, listen, certainly brilliant to be back at Croke Park. Like what I was saying earlier, I did actually bring my camera along to the game and recorded a bit of a matchday vlog as well. So recorded a few different bits and bobs. I'll even share a few clips on screen now. But just recorded a few different bits and bobs at the game. And I'll make a video out of it, and that should be out Monday evening at some point. But anyways, we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Kilkenny in the end march on. Leinster senior hurling champions. Big congratulations to Kilkenny. Dublin will march on to an All-Ireland quarter final. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Aaron, and I'll see you in the next one.